you click on this video, it means that you're looking for someone that say that it's okay if you don't have an expensive paper, it's okay if you have a cheap paper, you can draw a realistic portrait on a cheap paper too, on a normal paper too. So yes, you are in right place, because in today's video I will teach you that how you can draw a realistic portrait in like this one on a normal paper, and I will teach you all the step-by-step process of how you can shade and build the layers. So these are the materials that we need. And look at this paper. This paper I'm going to use today. This is a cheapest paper, a normal paper that you can find anywhere on a very cheap price. Like you can use any paper, any blank paper. Just pick that paper, bring that paper to your desk and start. So I already drew the outline, but if you don't know how to draw a face, so I have a video on my channel. I will put the link on the description so you can go and check it out. Okay, so as you can see, I use the 4B grade pencil first, and I first start with the eyeball, and I use a 4B grade pencil because this was the darkest grade pencil I have available right now. But if you have other darker grade pencil, so you can use that one. Okay, so I fill up the darkest area with the 4B grade pencil, and then I will blend it out with a soft blending brush. And then again I darken up those areas, because when you blend the graphite, so it was a bit more lighter than before, then you always need to step back and then darken up it again. Okay, so as you can see, I will dark it and then blend it and then darken up it again. And I use a two type of brush, one a big brush and one small brush, but it's okay if you have a one brush, so you can use that one. And as you can see, I will darken up those areas again with the 4B grade pencil. And then I'll do the highlight with a kneaded eraser, but it's okay if you don't have a kneaded eraser, you can use a normal eraser. You can use the edges of your normal eraser. So as you can see, I draw the highlights with a kneaded eraser, and then I just look at back all the darkest areas. If it's dark enough, it's not, so I'll dark it enough again with a 4B grade pencil, and then again I draw the highlights with a kneaded eraser. And right now the darkest grade pencil that I use a 4B pencil. Again, I'll say that I use a 4B pencil because this was the darkest grade pencil I have available right now. And I also draw the eyelid with a 4B grade pencil, but if you are a beginner, so I prefer use 2B pencil first, and then again for eyelid line use a 2B pencil, and then if you think that it's not dark enough, so then you can use a 4B pencil. Okay, so as you can see, I draw all the darkest areas with a 4B pencil, because again I always say first start with the darkest areas and then go with the lighter areas for eyes, for lips, for nose, but not for skin. Always draw the gradually build the layers for skin, because skin is a very sensitive area for a real life and for drawing too. So you always need to be to have a patience with a shading skin, because skin is a sensitive area and you will mess up very quickly. So now I use a FB grade pencil to draw the waterline, because I can't use the darkest grade pencil for a waterline because I will mess up and I don't want that. And now I use a kneaded eraser for white of the eye, and I also use a FB grade pencil for white of the eye, and then I will blend it out, and then I use a kneaded eraser for highlights. Now I draw the eyelashes with a 4B grade pencil, but it's okay if you are beginner, so don't just use the very darker grade pencil. You can use a 2B pencil. If needed, you can use a 3B pencil, but 4B pencil you can use it if you have a confidence to use the 4B grade pencil. because it was hard for beginners to use the darkest grade pencil. And if you ever go to the art school, if you ever see art school, they didn't prefer using a darkest grade pencil. They always give their students HB pencil, and I'm not saying that it's wrong. Okay, it's right somewhere, because it was hard for a beginner to use a HB grade to use a darkest grade pencil. But after practicing, after have a months on art school, or have a month of learning, you always need to use the darkest grade pencil, because you can't find those deepest, darkest shadows, those realistic looking drawing with a HB pencil, because it was the lightest pencil, and you can draw the realistic face, the realistic drawing with the darkest gray, with the HB pencil. So you always need to use the darkest pencil. But if you are a beginner, so don't just use the darkest grade pencil. You can do the practice with a HB grade pencil, and then after practicing, after you have a confident, you can use a darkest grade pencil. Okay, so I use the same method with either eye. First start with the HB pencil, and then I will blend it out, and then I will again just step back and darken up those areas. Like you always need to step back to darken up those areas. Like I done this one eye, but after doing this one eye, I will always just step back and look at the first eye. If somewhere need to be dark enough, if the highlights are blurred, then I again need to be highlighted again. So always step back and check your done areas. I always use a FB pencil for face, because I said before, face is a sensitive area and you will click messed up quickly if you use a darkest grade pencil. So I use a FB pencil for eyelid if needed, and I don't need that, because when I draw the eyelid line for with the 4B pencil, so when I blend it out, so the eyelid have a layer of shading, so I don't need to use the other grade pencil to just shade it and make it a little bit darker. So I use a kneaded eraser for a highlight, and all done. But if you use a lightest pencil for a eyelid, so you need to use a other grade pencil to darken enough. So I prefer use a F pencil, if needed to use a B pencil. And I use the same method with this eye and eye. I use a 4B and F pencil for a waterline for white of the eye and the lower side of the eye. Okay, so it's time to shade the nose. So I use a B grade pencil for the darkest areas first, and for holes of the nose and other darkest area and those harsh shadows, and then I will blend it out with a soft blending brush. And yeah, you can see that we have a little bit of realisticness with nose. Then again I build another layer with a B grade pencil. I shade these harsh with darkest shadows with a B grade pencil, and then blend it out again. Now I use a 4B grade pencil for the darkest areas, for holes of the nose and other darkest areas. But I want to say you something here, is that if you learn the technique of holding a pencil, right now I use a 3B pencil for make it a little bit more darker, because I can directly use the 4B grade pencil with the skin. Now, so what I'm saying that is, if you learn the technique of holding a pencil, you can draw a whole drawing with a darkest grade pencil. Yes, a darkest grade. You use a darkest grade pencil with the skin, but the holding technique is that how you add a pressure and then release the pencil. Add a pressure with the darkest areas and then release the pressure with a lightest area, but it's take time to learn the technique of holding a pencil, so that's why we use a lightest pencil for skins and other areas. And I will make a video some days to the holding technique, how to hold a pencil, so you can watch that. Comment down below if you want that video. Okay, so I use a 4B pencil for a little bit more darkest shadow, but I don't prefer use a 4B pencil if you are beginner. And now I draw the highlights with a kneaded eraser, and you can see I gradually build the layer. Like first I use a B pencil, then again use a B pencil, then again I use a 3B pencil, and then blend it out, use a 3B pencil, and then I use a 4B pencil. And now I draw the freckles with a B grade pencil and the F grade pencil, but I prefer use a F grade pencil for freckles. And then I just blend it out a bit. And now as you can see, I step back and look at the areas, the darkest areas of the eyes, if it's dark enough. And now I use a 4B grade pencil for this darkest shadow of the nose, but I didn't prefer use a 4B grade pencil. You can use a 3B grade pencil. Now for eyebrows, first I just build a little bit layer and then blend it out. Now then I can see the eyebrows, the shape of the eyebrows. Now I use a 4B pencil to draw the hair of the eyebrows. I gradually draw the hairs, and now you can see, but first use a FB or B pencil or 3B pencil to draw to shade the eyebrows first, and then blend it out, and then build the hair. Don't just directly start building hair, because you'll end up a very like cheap looking eyebrow. And now I draw the other eyebrow, but I can see the other eyebrow because the hair is upon the eyebrows. So now we are done with the eyebrows. Now I'll just step back and look at the eye, the area of the eye, the eyelid. If it need to be darker, I dark it enough with a B grade pencil or F grade pencil. Now it's time to draw the lips. So for lips I use a 4B grade pencil to make to draw the outline of the lips, but don't just use a 4B grade pencil, please use a 2B grade pencil. If your pencil is darkest, then use a HB pencil, but don't just use a 4B grade pencil. I have a confidence to use that, that's why I use it, but I messed up a little bit because of a 4B pencil. So I use kneaded eraser to just like light those areas, those outline of the lips. And then I use a 2B grade pencil to draw the curved line of the lips of the upper lips and the lower lips. And then I blend it out with a small soft brush, and then I use a 4B grade pencil for the darkest area. And then after that my phone battery is low and my phone is turned off, and I just don't know that, and I can't record the lips, the whole process of the lips. So I'm so sorry if you don't know how to draw the lips. So I have a video on my channel, I will put the link on the description. I'm so sorry for that, I can't record the whole process of the lips.